third grade. Today we are here to design our stamp that we will be using for this project. So today you're going to need to go into that distribution materials bag and pull out your little piece of tag board. If you didn't pick up your bag, a very thin piece of cardboard like a cereal box will work for this, or a manila folder, and just like cut one side of it off. The paper that I gave to you, or the tag board that I gave to you, you're going to use one side to build the actual stamp and the other side is your building materials. So we're going to start by actually folding this in half. It doesn't have to be perfect, so it's okay, but give it a nice good crease so that way you can take your pair of scissors and then open this up and cut it in half. The rest of this we will be building with next time, but I wanted you to have the actual shape of the stamp itself. So save these pieces and put them to the side. Use this guy to trace, because today we're going to be sketching our drawings. So I want you to try to sketch out a couple of different ideas. You can lay this side that you cut off on your paper and use a pencil to trace out the surface area. And you kind of turn that into a stencil, so you know exactly the size that your drawing is going to be. So when we make our stamp, you know exactly what to do. So I was thinking that these Collograph pictures that we are going to be designing could be like winter themed. So I want you to do drawings of something that are simple shapes, because they will be easier to cut out of this material and build a stamp with, but something that's gonna be kind of winter themed. So when I think simple shapes in winter, I immediately go to snowman. So maybe in this picture, I'll start with a nice simple stacked series of circles. My last circle, maybe I'll add a little hat. And I don't want you to think about how we're gonna make this right now. Just look and focus on the shapes and designs you wanna put in your stamp. So I'm gonna put a little winter hat. I'll add a little triangle shape for a nose, some wiggly spots for Cole. Maybe I'll add a rectangle across his neck area that comes down, because that could be a scarf. And then I'll do some like button shapes. You want to keep everything in a shape though. Do not make anything just a line, because you can't cut a line. So notice I'm not making my hands into a line, they have become a shape. So everything I'm going to be doing today will be a shape. So this is very simple. The background will stay plain, the shapes will go on top. Maybe on this side, I'm going to do a gingerbread man. That's very winter themed. I could do a round shape for the top. He's gonna have an ovally body with his limbs in different positions. If I want to make sure like they're all connected, then I'm going to turn this into one ginormous shape by erasing these lines. So it'll be like one continuous piece. Gingerbread men always have like a wiggly thing, but remember I said the icing can't just be a line, you need to turn it into a shape. So everything you are putting on your drawing is going to be a shape that you can cut and glue to create a wonderful drawing. He's gonna have a simple bow tie, some little buttons, and remember, you want to keep these relatively simple, so you don't need necessarily details. I don't need to know where this gingerbread man is. I shouldn't see a sky or grass or anything else. I'm focusing on one object. If I don't like any of those, I can flip this over, retrace my stamp again. Maybe I want to try something completely different, and I'll do like a ovally shape here. Maybe something, make it look like a coffee mug. A little C shape. I'm gonna do like liquid inside. Oh, I got it. We'll do some wavy lines that come up out of the mug. That could be like steam. Maybe I'll do some square shapes floating inside to look like hot cocoa. And because we're going to be doing a stamp, I do not want you to do any words. And just know that when you print your image, things are going to be the opposite of what they are here. So you want to make sure that you are aware of that. Maybe on the mug, I'm going to do a shape. I'll just do a heart shape. So I'm keeping my drawings and designs really simple. I cannot stress the simplicity of everything. So, everybody loves a good dessert. We just learned about desserts. If you wanted to make a beautiful cupcake, you could make a cupcake. So it doesn't have to be winter themed, as long as whatever you are drawing is a very simple shaped design. So remember when I taught you how to draw cupcakes, we had lines for cupcake wrappers, but for this project, you can't have a line. So you need to turn that line into a shape. So I've got the one rectangular shape of the wrapper here with these skinny long rectangles on top to make my design. So those are the 4 options I have. I'm going to choose whichever one I think I like the most, give that a good star, and then I'm going to show my teacher all of my beautiful sketches. And remember, you're putting these pieces aside because we will be building whatever you decide on top of these next week. All right,